Hey guys, Cuber here. Today I'm going to show you guys how to jailbreak your Nintendo Switch. I have my Nintendo Switch here, I'll turn it on. But as you can see, this isn't the normal loading screen. It's completely jailbroken. So I will be showing you guys how to do this. There is one thing you guys are going to need before jailbreaking your Nintendo Switch, which is a RCM tool. This little device. You can home make one of these too, but it's better to buy one online. But this little piece right here allows your allows your Nintendo Switch to be into recovery mode, which you can do. Basically, you pop this little sucker where your right Joy-Con would go. So right in here, slide it all the way down, clicks in just like that, and then you can go into recovery mode. But this is later inside the video. But this is just one thing you guys are gonna need to have. You can custom make one of these out of tinfoil. You guys can look that up on how to make one of these. It costs like $6 on Amazon, so it's not really expensive. But that's just one thing you guys are gonna need to have. Also, another thing is a micro SD card and a micro SD card adapter so you can plug it into your PC, and also a USB-C to USB-C cable or a USB-C to USB-A cable so you can connect your Nintendo Switch to your PC. So yeah, some things you can do with a jailbroken Switch, I can show you guys here. So there's a thing called Edison, which basically allows you to add cheats to games. So basically, if you have a game in the background, you can add cheats to it. It's pretty self-explanatory. There's also an HB App Store, homebrew app store right there. Basically allows you to download a whole bunch of stuff here. So you can go to games, a bunch of games you can download. There's also a thing called a free store. You can download that too. It has a bunch of free Switch games, but you can pirate them. There's also emulators for a whole bunch of varieties of different systems here. Tools. And there's some advanced stuff too, if you guys know what you're doing. Like Tesla menu. This is actually very, I might just download this right now. It's a good thing to have. Also, this thing called applet mode. If you want to know how to run this out of applet mode, you hold right and you load into a game. Hello. And then it'll load this up not in applet mode like before. Anyway, I'll be showing you guys how to do this today. So without further ado, I'm going to hop over to my PC and I gotta show you guys the rest. Okay guys, now I'm over at my PC. I'll be showing you guys the rest of this tutorial. Want to go ahead and open up the browser of your choice. For me, that's just going to be Google. And any link I show inside this video will not be inside the description because I do not want to get this video taken down by Nintendo. And this is all for quote-unquote educational purposes only. So the very first website is ismyswitchpatch.com. You guys can see it inside the video. This basically determines on whether or not you can jailbreak your Nintendo Switch. So if you look on your actual Nintendo Switch console, at the very bottom where the charging port is, to the left of your charging port there should be a barcode, and it should start with the prefixes of something over here. There could be one of these things here. For example, mine starts with XAW7. I'm going to go ahead and put in the rest of my, which is 001 for me. And it says, your console's not patched, hooray, and I can go ahead and jailbreak it. If it says it doesn't know, there's a 50-50 chance on whether you can jailbreak it, and you might as well try. However, if it says you cannot jailbreak it, tough luck. You're going to have to either buy a Nintendo Switch that is unpatched or get a mod chip, which we all know how that's going to end up. Anyway, so once you figured out if your Nintendo Switch is unpatched or not, you're going to want to head over to cfwaifu.com. Yeah, which basically stands for custom firmware. Don't ask me why this is waifu there. Anyway, we want to click on Nintendo Switch Guides. We're going to click on Hack Your Nintendo Switch and Install Games Directly to SD.
atmosphere plus tinfoil. And there's a couple things that we're going to want to do. I'll show you guys how to block the Nintendo servers via DNS in just a second.
Okay, so we just previously talked about how to set the DNS to block Nintendo servers. So how do we do that, you say? Well, I'll show you. So you want to come up here to System Settings, come down here to Internet Settings, search for Networks. Here's my network. I'm going to click on it. I'm going to click Change Settings. I'm going to come down here to DNS Settings. You want to change this to Manual. And if you are in North America, this is what your primary DNS is going to be. However, this will be your secondary DNS as well. However, if you're anywhere else in the world that's not North America, your primary and secondary DNS will switch. So the primary 207 will be in secondary and the 163 will be in primary if you're not in North America. If you're in North America, it looks just like this. Anyway, you can go ahead and click Save, click Connect to this network, and it should just straight up connect. And now you have successfully blocked a Nintendo server, so you will not be banned.
This is from Switch. Basically, this is to prevent your Switch from sending information that could lead to a ban as an internet connection is required to use tinfoil. Basically, there's not a decent chance that your account will get banned, but not actually your account. It just makes it so you can't go online with this Switch. So I recommend having another Switch, but jailbreak your not primary Switch, okay? Anyway, you're going to want to scroll down here, and you're going to want to click on It Just Works, Atmosphere Pack, and Tegra RCM.GUI. And for the GUI, you just want to scroll down and click the installer, the MSI. Now, once both of these things are done installing, I'm going to go ahead and pull them up here. Give me 1 second. Never mind, I actually already have them. They're right here. So these are the two things that you should download, or that you download. The very first thing here, Tegra RCM. You can just go through. I already have it installed, so I'm just going to repair mine. So you guys install. There you go, hit finish. So that's what it should look like when it's done downloading. And then the other one is just insert the stuff. You can use BreeZip, 7-zip, or just the regular file extraction from Windows 11. You want to go ahead and extract all this onto your desktop. So you can go ahead and close out of this, and it should extract it onto your desktop as well. So now you're done with these two things, so you can move those out of the way. Just go ahead and put those over there. So you're just left with these two things right here. We're going to go ahead and go into the just insert the stuff file, and there should be all of these things: atmosphere, bootloader, config, switch, fusey.bin, and hbmenu.nro. I'm going to go ahead and just drag and drop all these out onto your desktop. Now, the fusey.bin file, you can just go ahead and drag this off to the other side. This is going to be useful in just a second, but not right now. So now you just have these 5 items, okay? So now this is when you want to take the micro SD card out of your Nintendo Switch. I think mine's already powered off. Well, it was powered off. I need to repower it off. So yeah, this is when your micro SD card comes in handy. And yeah, let me go ahead and grab my adapter. So I'm going to go ahead and turn off my Nintendo Switch. If you don't know how to do that, it's pretty simple. You should know how to do that, to be honest with you. Alright, so you want to take your micro SD card and just plug it into your PC. I already obviously have my Nintendo Switch jailbreak, so my folder is going to look a little bit different than yours. Once you plug in your Switch, it should pop up right here. You can just go open a file explorer. You can do that really easily by hitting Windows E and then open a file explorer. And yeah, as you can see here, I already have mine done. But basically what you want to do is going to be an empty micro SD card. So it cannot have stuff on it. If it has a Nintendo folder, everything is going to be erased. It's going to be reformatted. It's going to be erased. So anything that's on this micro SD card, make sure to put it safe. Some are safe. Anyway, you want to drag all these into here. Every single one of these files, just drag and drop it into this folder. That is not including the fusey.bin. You want to leave that over here. So once you've done that, I don't really need these. So once you've moved them into that folder, you are good to go. One more thing is you're now gonna load up Tegra RCM. Now that you've loaded up Tegra RCM.GUI, I'm gonna head back over to my Nintendo Switch.
Alright, because my micro SD card is inside the PC right now, none of this stuff is actually going to be here. As you guys can see, I don't really have Minecraft, Pokemon Violet, or Spyro. I had Tinfoil here, but it doesn't actually work. And you see I go to my album. There's just stuff there, right? So, what you want to do is basically you just want to power off your Nintendo Switch. Oh, that's not powering it off. So you just want to hold down the power button. Press on power options and hit turn off. It's gonna go ahead and turn off. Take out the red Joy-Con, take out your RCM jig, slide it in here, click it, and now we'll head back over to our PC.
Okay, so now that you've connected your RCM jig to your Nintendo Switch successfully, you're going to want to plug in your Nintendo Switch into your PC. However, by doing this, your Nintendo Switch might turn on, which is okay, you just need to turn it back off. So in my case, my Nintendo Switch did turn back on. So just give me 1 second here, I will turn this off. Alright, turning it off right now, believe it or not. Okay, so now that your Nintendo Switch is turned off successfully, you want to come over here to Tegra RCM, and inside the settings, you want to click Install Driver. I've already installed it, so I don't need to install it again, but you just want to hit Install Driver. Once you've installed the driver, you're going to want to go ahead and actually eject your SD card here. So I'm just going to press Eject, and you're going to want to put your micro SD card back into your Nintendo Switch. Let me do this real quick. Slide it back in. Close it. Now that your Nintendo Switch is installed the driver and everything, you're going to get over here to Payload, and then where it says Select Payload with this little folder icon, you're going to want to go to exactly where you put the fusey.bin file, which should be on your desktop if that's where you put it. Anyway, now you're going to put your Nintendo Switch in RCM mode. You just watch me put the RCM jig on there. In order to boot it into RCM mode, you want to hold down the power button. Oh, sorry, my bad. You want to hold down the volume up button and press the power button, and it should run as RCM OK. You guys can see it just changed right here. Now you guys are going to want to click Inject Payload. On your Nintendo Switch, it should basically just run Atmosphere and all this other stuff onto it, so it should all be good. And yeah, you're good to go basically. I'm going to head back over to my Nintendo Switch and I'll show you guys the rest.
Alright guys, I'm back at the Nintendo Switch, and obviously you guys aren't going to have the theme that I have because you have to custom install that. If you guys want me to make a video on that, I can. But anyway, yours is also going to look different than this. But if you want to pull up the menu, you just want to go to your album. So for me, I can just click on album. It's up here for me. And it should have this menu, should have a bunch of things. It was obviously not going to have NX Dump Tool or Edison or Gold Leaf. You have to custom install those. But yeah, so basically that's it. And if you want to just boot into regular album, because you have stuff there, you just want to hold down R and then press album, and it'll just boot into regular album. Look at this Fortnite, bro. It was glitched. This was I don't even know. Whenever this guy came out, alright? Anyway, so yeah, that is how you jailbreak your Nintendo Switch. Obviously, you can dump games, and if you guys don't know what that means, I actually brought a game with me here. Believe it or not, but I brought Lego World. So, to dump a game, you just open up the game cartridge, put your game in. It's going to show right here. Obviously, I don't have it because a software update is required, and I can't do that. But, yeah. So, basically, dumping a game is, I'll show you actually here. It's actually really, really cool. So, NX Dump Tool, dump game card content. So, basically, this is going to take the NSP file, which is what Nintendo Switch uses. and it's gonna basically give me a copy of Lego Worlds I can distribute. So that's basically how you pirate games, but we're not gonna talk about that, right? Anyway, yes, you can dump it. So you basically get a second copy of it. We're gonna go ahead and exit this here. Basically, that's how you do that. And yeah, hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial. There's a lot of different things that you can do with a jailbroken Nintendo Switch. And yeah, see you guys again next time.